to your December 22nd through the 26th reading. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Happy holidays to each and every one of you, and Merry Christmas. Okay, let's see what's going on. Best message, December 22nd through the 26th. Best message. Talking about that inner happiness, where that inner joy is kind of depleted a little bit right now. Feeling like you're waiting for this wish to actually come true. It does feel like a lot of you have been manifesting and really waiting for some kind of Christmas miracle. Card is believe and succeed. Look at that, loving that. Believing and succeeding, getting rid of the challenging times, and putting in the dedicated effort. So definitely it is the time that you really need to really believe in yourself and the aspirations regarding the situation at hand, whatever it is. If you think and act with all your desires, you know, this is the perfect time for really bringing these energies, you know, into really like a manifestation for you. Okay, and then you have all this dedicated effort going on, and let's see what's going on with you. So it's saying, yeah, there's a, you know, a challenging time, but I just got to keep believing and keep succeeding, you know, and really keep this on my Christmas holiday wish list over here for Santa, you know what I mean? Let's see what's going on. Trust that the universe is working for you, not against you, for the giving and receiving. Wow. But I do feel through the challenging times, everything's going to it's kind of taking a little bit of a turn. It's not, right now I don't feel a huge turn between the 22nd and the 26th. It's not something huge, but I do feel like it's opening. It's kind of like cracking a nut open, but you're going to have to rip it apart. It might be like a pistachio. You know how those are. With the rest and reconsider, because the dedicated effort that you're putting in is saying, now it's time to rest. I need you to rest a little bit so that you can reconsider what you're doing. This is actually going to gather stronger bonds between you, yourself, or another person. Right? So very nice. And just having the trust that you know exactly where you're going and that the universe has your back for your best interest. It feels like for some of you with the challenging times, it was almost like this was going to happen and then that was going to happen. But then something happened to where it was like, I kind of took it away from you because I didn't like the choice it was making. It's kind of weird. But it's almost like, well, we can do something different. Taking the action and manifesting. Having the self-confidence and the clarity and the self-will to create what it is you need. A lot of creativity is going to be coming out of you right now between the 22nd and the 26th as you're kind of looking at things in a different light. There's going to be, yes, there it is, speed and rapid action. Like I said, there's going to be some speed and rapid action when it comes to the challenging times. It's kind of like you're in a challenge mode, and the challenge is going to move and travel very fast. So you're going to have to make very quick decisions about how you're going to get out of this challenging time so that it can kind of dissipate. So yes, I do believe right now you are in a challenging time. I think, and this is where the downplay is right here, the dissatisfaction. I'm not feeling the, you know, the inner happiness the way I want to, but I'm still putting in the dedicated work. I haven't given up. And it's really showing that, Cancer Leo, there is no give up. Only the truth and clarity can come out of the situation. And, you know, justice and fairness and all the good things. Could also be dealing with a Libra that you feel is like, you know what, I need you to tell me the truth within the situation so that we can balance out this situation. So there, it could be literally talking and texting to some kind of Libra, could be a Libra Sagittarius, you know, and it's like, this is what has to happen. But it feels like you're causing some kind of trouble. Causing you to be imbalanced, causing you some trouble, and it's coming in really quick, guys. They could even be traveling. Now, it could even be a person who's traveling, right? Because that also shows, like, I'm taking an airplane. Could be somebody who's traveling to come and see you. Could be a family member, something of this nature as well, who you know is trouble, and you really just don't want to put up with them right now. right? But it's just kind of crazy because as quickly as they're here, quickly as they're gone, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, oh yeah, and that causes total dissatisfaction because you don't want them there. It could be your sibling that you know, have sibling rivalry with. Like, oh my God, my brother and I do not get along. But have faith within the situation that you have the movement and the progress and the action going in the direction that you want. And then, of course, if we're talking about this other person, I want to bring that up really fast because this is really crazy because now you're talking about the traveling and then we have the departure. So like I said, as fast as they're coming in is as quick as they're leaving. So, you know what? It's like as soon as they depart, it's all over with, right? You get back to your happiness. But however, yeah, coming in. But it is showing that you have this energy for this adventure. But, you know, and that this person, you know, they may be super passionate about the things that they want, but you're also super passionate about the things you want as well. I feel like you guys are going to bump heads over here. Whoever this person is that's coming to see you for the holidays or you run into during the holidays, boy, they're going to really want to bump heads with you. It almost feels like they want some kind of control within the situation, but yet you're trying to take the control. Right? If we're just talking about the career, let's just bring this up for just 1 second. This is where the hard work and the determination is coming through. And you're building a foundation, right? When we're talking about the Knight of Wands, this is building a foundation of what you really want. And this is also quick progress as well. So from the quick progress to the quick progress, from the quick progress of where the challenges are, it quickly moves out so that the passionate, good foundations start coming in. So any ideas and radical ideas that you have, this is where the Knight of Wands says, I'm going to support the situation, and you can see things from a different, higher view and getting the bigger picture. Okay? This is where you're really taking control over your dreams and turning them into reality. Really wanting to get the success. Not holding back from anything. This is where you're saying, I'm going to give and receive. I'm going to give myself what it is I truly need so that I can receive this back. And that's good cause and effect as well. And especially talking about the Justice card over there, because that talks about the law and attraction as well. I want you to know that. Cause and effect is law and attraction. So dedicated work. I put in the hard work. It gives me the money back. So, you know. Around Christmas time, though, it does show that there is a little bit of emotional loss over here. It blocked more than anything. It's almost like I went through all of this passion and I did all of this stuff around the 22nd, 23rd, but then about the 24th, 25th, 26th, somewhere around there, I start feeling a little repressed. I start feeling like I'm a little down. I feel a little creative block. So where you feel like you have this energy flow right now of creativity, all of a sudden it's going to kind of slow down. Right? It's literally slowing down because it wants you to make the right choice. This is where all of a sudden you're going to feel like you're stuck at a crossroad. Did the information that I looked at from this situation, did I overlook something? What is the right choice? The confusion starts to kind of come in. Make sure that you're not using any kind of confusion. If you're dealing with a person, they're causing lots of confusion, and this could be where the lower energy is coming from. Because like I said, as fast as they're coming in is as quick as they're leaving, but they can also cause some kind of repressed emotions. You guys are bumping heads and not really getting along very well. Yeah, they're going to put you at a crossroads because now you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk to you. You know, this is not what I wanted. Strengthening bonds, though. The thing that I do like about this situation is that it does feel like just before they leave, right? Just before they leave, it's almost like you've had this, you're going to end up having some kind of conversation where it's going to develop into a conflict, obviously, but it's actually going to strengthen the bond. Why? Because you're actually going to be able to tell your truth. And they're going to be able to tell their truth. And then you get the giving and receiving again. And actually, I do like that, though, because now what it's saying is I'm sharing my information with you. and you're sharing your information about me, and we're coming to a compromise. And maybe the compromise is, you know what, we really don't like each other, or maybe we're holding on to something, because this is where the tension really comes in. Yeah, it's saying it could be jealousy. You could be telling them that they're jealous. You may know they're jealous, or they may feel you're jealous. Doesn't even mean it exists. It could just be there. Maybe there was. But what it's talking about is the self-expression that's going through the situation, where it's going to strengthen the bond, because now you can finally talk about whatever it was of why you don't get along. The grudge holding. And if it's just about the career in itself, going back to career for a second, on the career note, besides this person, it's also talking about the financial, opportunities and strengthening the bonds within the way you are looking at things, the way you want to take the next steps, the way you're making steps, and baby steps towards your independence. And yeah, it's going to have some imbalance, and you are definitely going to feel like you have some tension no matter what. But overall, it is giving you the Ace of Pentacles. So, hey, you know what? This is saying I'm going to start the new year off with a new promise, a new way of looking things, new ideas, new hopes, new dreams, and things of this nature. Right? This is where, and if you're talking about this person, this is where there's that compromise again, and that cooperation. Okay, fine. You don't really like each other, but you know what? Let's come to a compromise for mom. Let's come to a compromise for the family. Let's, at least, try to get along when we're together, even if we know we don't. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of turning the tables on the way you're trusting each other, the way you're seeing each other, the way you're coming together. If it's the kid's dad, then it's like, let's come together so, so we can be happy for the kids, so they don't see, the grudging and the smudging and the coldness, right? So, but no matter what, this is talking about reaching the goal. So looking at new ways to reach the goal. There has to be something new for the new year. There has to be something that we can do so that next year when we get together, this doesn't happen again. Maybe we have to get together again for the kid's birthday, and maybe this always happens. So let's put that behind us. So it's going to be absolutely taking a second chance, letting go and forgiving. Saying, you know what, with mercy, putting out the white flag, saying that's fine. Recognizing what the problem is. The overall problem. Not just the problem, yeah, I hate you. Yeah, I can't stand you. No. Really coming to a compromise of, fine, you know what, that was years ago. That was months ago. Yeah. So you're just kind of, waking up to this new idea and really kind of giving yourself this kind of mercy call. Fine. But it's a second chance to be able to do the things to where you don't feel like this anymore. Right? And when it comes to opportunities and jobs, it's going to be like, okay, let's make a new phase. Let me, do some new judgment calls. Let me do some, more reflection of how I'm going to do this and do that. Let me put out more dedicated effort into the other areas. So it's really overlooking certain situations. If I have to do more homework, I'll do more homework. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get a card out. More cards, just a couple, please. Yes, feeling like I'm in despair. I didn't want this to happen. But knowing that you have to honor the high road. Especially when you're coming into this person. Guys, those of you who are really dealing with this person, it's kind of like, oh, woe's me, I don't want to put up with them. We all have that person. They're just pain in the butt, right? I mean, just seriously. No matter what the situation is, they're just pain in the butt. I don't want to deal with it. But you have to take the high road over here, because it's either an in-law or it's somebody that you can't really get away from, right? Because if it was somebody you can get away from, you wouldn't put yourself into that situation. Plain and simple. So you're doing it for the in-laws, for the kids, for, you know what I'm saying, your own family. And you have unexpected income coming in. Wow. And I really do see that in the end, because there's that Ace of Pentacles coming in where it's like, and then you get this opportunity. You have this opportunity to start making some unexpected income. Something is happening. Getting a new career, financial opportunity, putting it out there. Right? The family room. That's what I'm saying. In this kind of case, my friends, this is definitely not one of those friends where you're, you know what I mean? You would not be there if it was just a nobody. You know what I mean? Just some friend that I don't get along with. No. This is definitely someone who's in the family room when you're going, oh God, here we go. Uncle Sebastian, he's gonna be drunk and won't shut up and then says the dumbest things ever. Okay, we all have that one person somewhere or another. But I always hate those memes that say, if you can't, those are the ones that I can't stand. If you can't find the person who's the worst, then it probably is yourself. It's like, man, really? Could be a possibility, I don't know. But for some of you, it is. It has something to do with a child. Or it could be that you guys were even been pissed off at each other since being children. Maybe that's why you need to do this, right? You're not very old to begin with. Maybe you're only 25 and we've been fighting since I was 17 years old. Can't stand you anymore, Becky. You're my sister, but I can't stand you. Okay. And for some of you, it might have been because they stole something from you. Boom. Hey. Yeah, well, I still don't like you because you stole my necklace. You stole my man. See what I'm saying? So, however it is, my friends. Okay, and that was it for you. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.